Blessings, blessings, y'all. Welcome to Life's Place, where I just have another random thought that just popped up in my head where I just sat here thinking, right? It's like, yo, some people really do want the attention and the validation to hold up an image that they just need to hold up for some odd reason. But some of the images they want to hold up because of an image that is being held up by some people that, they seem like they're grand or they seem like they're the best thing to do. And you got to do this, and that, other things in order to be initiated, right? And some of them are some deplorable acts that you got to do in order to be, part of a crew type of shit, right? Part of a group or whatever it is, right? And some will do the most unsavourable things, right? Just to be initiated, just for money in the end, right? It's like being casted into a film that you never knew you'll be participating in, but you got to keep on playing that role because it's the role that you wanted. It's the role that you really needed to be in. It's like, being initiated into something, but you don't know what the in-depth requirements really are as soon as you get into that casting couch and you have to audition for a part. It's like some people sleep their way to the top type of shit. And some people will get into or try to get into some things where, you know what? That's what they have to do. Wow. It's like levels to this shit, yo. And you'll always find a new devil in some shit, in every shit. But again, it's a choice. And some people, again, are still in pieces where they choose not to want to heal those pieces, but want to blame others for those pieces. So it's easier to scam and scheme others into believing. People can walk around with the word and make people believe that this is the best place to, man, look, damn. People are good with the manipulation when it comes to what they need, especially to feed their greed, yo. It's like some people will do the most just to feed their greed, but exhaust their energy at the same time, use up their merkaba just to be a part of something or someone. They'll exhaust themselves by way of being manipulated and being a manipulator, you know, the grooming aspect of it all, to be conditioned into having to. It's the same one that feels as though that they can be better at being you than you can be being you. But in order for the narrative to continue, for them to keep cloaking you under the narrative that they have, yo, the one that is posing like you is basically exhausting their own body because of the fact that if you are labeled as a whore, right? Damn, and they're saying that you're making money by way of schloring. Or if I don't have an OnlyFans at all, yo. I don't have a back. I don't have. Do they still have back page? I thought they shut that down, but I don't have a back page. I'm not in no dark web unless somebody did some crooked shit, which I'm probably sure they did. But anyways, all of it ties into money. So that means old girl is really getting slowed out because of the belief that whatever narrative was created was going to make them some ends in the end. Yo, the deplorable acts that people will do. Close my door, and because of envy and jealousy. And the deplorable acts that people will make others do to believe that the deplorable acts that they have to do is justified. But they're speaking from half truths. They're speaking from half truths, whereas they're breaking another person into many more pieces just so that they can be used and abused. Jesus, yo. But again, it's a choice, and some people don't have that healing to fill that void themselves. Therefore, their attention and validation by trusting and believing another to be upheld as better than anyone else by way of doing deplorable acts, because whoever they're trying to paint as the addict, the alcoholic, the unmanageable, uncontrollable, deplorable, addicted schlor, they would have to take on that role, Jesus, and they have to reenact that role, enact that role, and perform that role whenever they're needed, just to keep the funds coming. Jesus, yo, the shit that people do for money and make people do for money, because all they need for, they look for those that are in their weakened state, in their struggling state. They offer them these things where if you do this, you can get this pot of money, but you have to do all of this. It's like people are inadvertently being trafficked into things because of money. Yo, that's wild. That thought that just came to my head. But everybody has a choice, yo. And the choice should always be yourself. And to be yourself is not that hard. It's just really accepting yourself, submitting to yourself, and really whew, knowing that self can always have greater than what it is that you have to let go, or they let you go or walk away from. Jesus, yo. Or just being yourself is more of an effort in adding value to yourself rather than waiting for others to add value to you, to not have to want to. But oof, know what, the most I got you. Have a good one until I come back with another thought that comes through my head. Take this cap off. Damn. Dang.